Nicole and Jared, it comes down to infrastructure. And since leaving what was then known as Gila River Arena in Glendale 2 years ago, the Coyotes have been playing at ASU's Mold Arena in Tempe, a venue seating just about 5,000 people, by far the smallest in the NHL. After plans to build an arena in Tempe were rejected by voters, the Coyotes set their sights elsewhere, landing on the plot north of Loop 101, just off Scottsdale Road in North Phoenix, right on the border of Scottsdale. The team releasing renderings of their plans, which include shopping in residential areas around the arena. The Coyotes are confident they'll win an auction for the land, which is set for June 27th, but not everybody is hopeful they'll win that auction. Scottsdale Mayor David Ortega releasing a statement today saying the plan is, quote, not feasible or welcome. Ortega went on to say in part, quote, the bare Arizona State Trust land at the edge of Phoenix has no frontage roads, and water and sewer lie miles away to the west. And as a condition of sale, the 100 acres of property must develop entirely the 64th Street off-ramp for access, adding, quote, I demand that infrastructure for the proposed site, including water and sewer, be pulled from Phoenix assets along 56th Street to the west. Scottsdale water assets are absolutely not available. We've reached out to the Coyotes for a response, and they kindly declined to comment in their words. So, guys, every day it seems like we're getting new information on where the Coyotes are going to play. Hopefully they stay. Hopefully they figure it out.
Yeah, I read that letter. It seems like he's concerned because it's sandwiched in there. You have the airport to the south, you've got Desert Ridge, you have Westworld, and like you said, it's an issue of utilities and logistics. But he also said, look at how many people are going to the games in Tempe because they're still at the Mullet Arena, and he says attendance hasn't been great. Yeah, he said 90%, and it is a 5,000, holds 5,000. So we'll see what happens here, and that auction is going to start at $68.5 million. So
can hockey survive in the desert? We'll have to wait and see. Julia, thank you.